Okay, so I'm going to get back into that classical composition. I will have to, probably later on today, I need to work on trying to decide what pieces I'll be putting in for Spotify. Finally have the time to do this because I guess my students are going on holiday. So this means I get a chance to work on the pieces that I need to work on. Before we do anything, let's go ahead and listen to this piece that I'm busy working on. There is no name for it yet. All I know is it's a classical piece. I know I'm inspired by a Beethoven. I love his mathematical format when he composes. Obviously, being over 100 years of no longer being around, in theory, if there's classical music, you don't have necessarily copyright claims because it's usually past a certain time frame, and obviously back then you didn't have any copyright discussions during the 1600s. I don't know how YouTube worked necessarily, but this is definitely 100% my piece. It's based off of the inspirational piece of like a Beethoven, for instance. It's very Beethoven-y. And I use D minor. Okay, so you can see I have different variations because I'm still debating on what it is, but I was testing out how to play it with both hands because each part was created separately. Now let's try it out. Maybe we use those sections in different areas. You can hear that there are many different variations to this. Okay, so then we do. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we're going to record. So let's get another section together. What we need to do is go to File, Track, New Track. Okay, piano for now. Okay, and it's going to add in another section. We are going to change that to a classical sound again. Steinway. It's very limited with the sounds on GarageBand. That is the difference between GarageBand and Logic, is that there's a limitation of what you have on here. It's okay for people who are, just starting off and experimenting with sounds, but probably as you become more advanced, you'd probably want to consider something a little bit more advanced. Okay, so now we're going to record the left hand off for now, which is the loop. Okay, so let's just play this a couple of times. Oh, actually, let's just repeat it. so let's repeat it one last time. Okay. We're going to try this as much as we can. Metronome on. Dum, 2, 3. Let me just see the metronome. Metronome's too fast. Let's lower this. Let's go 80. BPM was a little fast. Two, 3. Still a little fast. Let's do 79. Okay, but it's in 3/4, so that's important. I could probably bring. Yeah, that's right. That's close. I think because the timing was slightly off, we got a bit of a messed up time here, but that's okay. Okay, so we'll work off of that, but we're going to not put it on for now. Let's just record it. But it is 79. So the necessary part of recording is actually the timing. So you have to make sure your timing's right. We're just going to use without for now, okay? Perfect. And it actually slowed it down a little bit more, which was great. Okay, we don't need that, so let's go into this. Let's hear where it is. Remove it. Let's see what happens now. Okay. Maybe a bit of flute there. Okay, so let's try, we're going to do this. Let's see what we can do now. Let's see a flute sound. Let's go into new. I want to try new. So we're going to do the new thing again. Track. Track new. We're going to do this at the moment again. But in this case, we're going to change it to percussion. flute. Where's the woodwinds? Not woodwinds. Orchestral, let's see. Percussion, choir, strings, pipe, organs, percussion, chairs, bass. Woodwinds. Let's see. Flute, solo. Okay, so we're going to use the flute, okay? Let's try it out. And you have to remember, this is just the beginning of the piece. Make no mistake, there's going to be different layers, not just layers, but sections, because, you know, an original concert orchestral piece would generally have maybe, it could go on for like an hour. It could go on for 15 minutes on the piano. So the length of the song just depends on how many parts you're going to develop in a piece. So now that we have, and there are lots of things that I can still repair and adjust on the piano section. I can hear there are a couple of glitches there, but this is the starting point, hey? So. You can always add that. You need to remember, each time you do an instrument, you need to make sure you click on that instrument or anything can go wrong. I'm just basically showing you what you can do with composition. Not a very big piece today. It's just an introduction into GarageBand. I will advance into this piece. I want you guys to be aware that my channel is not about American or Western music only. We're talking about cultural ethnicity of people from around the world. So I'm going to try my best to introduce sounds and perhaps even interview people from different parts of the world. Like my mother who lives in South Africa. I'm hoping that she will agree to this because she is a musician, a performer, as well as my sister who's performing mainly in jazz. My mom's more classical. In South Africa and Cape Town. And then I have another friend in Swaziland that was definitely keen and interested to talk about Swaziland. I also lived in Swaziland. If it's not Switzerland, Swaziland, it's part of Africa. Africa is a continent, not a country. I don't know why people always get that wrong. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent with many, many, many countries within the continent. So I just want to make people aware that this channel is not, it's not a place to discriminate. Don't judge me or anybody else that I know on the color of their skin. One thing I've learned as a daughter of diplomatic background is you never ever look at people as what they appear, and you learn their culture and their understanding of where they're coming from to get a better understanding of who they are. That is the video for today. Like and subscribe. Please make comments at the bottom, good positive comments and wonderful feedback. Everybody is welcome to talk and have discussions within the space. As long as it's not discriminatory, I want people to be aware that this is all about positivity and inspiration, and hopefully I'll see everybody in the next one.